Hi everybody, hope you are well. I prepared this video to talk about add like fractions. Lesson 9.2, grade 4, term 3. In this video, you will learn how to add like fractions. 1 over 7 plus 2 over 7 are fraction with the same denominator. This is the meaning of like. The denominators same. Here 7 and here 7. Let us talk about vocabulary you need it in this lesson. The meaning of a fraction indicates a part of a whole. Fractions have a numerator and denominator. Look at this fraction. 1 over 4, we call the top number is numerator. Is on the top. It tells how many pieces you have from the whole. Look at this model. 1, the shaded part. This represents 1 here, top, the top number. And the 4 is the denominator, is on the bottom, as you see here. It tells how many total pieces are in the whole. See this circle cut into into 4 equal parts. This is 4. And the improper fraction, when the numerator is greater than denominator, we call this one improper fraction, because 11 is greater than 7. We call this fraction improper fraction. You will learn here how to add like fractions. Look at this example and look at this model. Here, this model is cut into this. Before cut, it was one whole, but now it cut into 10 equal parts and shaded 6 parts. This one represents 6 over 10, 6/10. And this model also same, cut into 10 equal parts, and as you see here, shade 2 parts. This one represent 2 over 10, or we can say 2/10. Now, the rule for adding fraction with the same denominator, you have to add the numerators. 6 plus 2 is 8, and here you will keep denominators. Now 6 over 10 plus 2 over 10 equals 8 over 10. 8 over 10, as you know, as you studied in the previous lesson about simplest form, you have to write the fraction in simplest form. How? You have to find the factors for 8 and factors for 10. The factors for 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. The factors for 10, 1, 2, 5, 10. So the greatest common factors between 8 and 10 is 2. So you have to divide by 2. You have to divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So the answer will be 8 divided by 2 equals 4, and 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So the answer will be 4/5. Now look at example 2. Find 3 over 10 plus 5 over 10. The first step, you have to add the numerators, and you will keep the denominator. 3 plus 5 over 10. 3 plus 5 equals 8 over 10. So the answer 8 over 10. The next step, you have to simplify your answer. You have to reduce your answer. How? By dividing numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor. So the greatest common factor in this example 2. So you have to divide both numerator and denominator by 2. And the sum will be 4 over 5. Example number 3. Let us discuss how to add 3 fractions with same denominator. The steps are same. Never add the denominators. Just keep one, take one. You will add the top numbers. You will add the numerators. 4 plus 2 plus 5. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 5, 11. So the answer is 11 over 7. Now, can you see here the fraction 11 over 7? 11 is greater than 7. We call this fraction improper fraction. This fraction is improper fraction. Why? Because 11 is greater than 7. When the top number is greater than the bottom number, we have to reduce it to write it as mixed number. How? You need to write it in simplest form. You have to find how many group of 7 in 11. You have 11. How many group of 7 in 11? You will find one group of 7 in 11. And remainder 4. You will put remainder at the top and you will keep 7 at the bottom. So when you write this improper fraction as simplest form, it will be 1 and 4/7. Now let's practice. To understand the lesson, as usual, you have to make extra practice to understand the lesson. Let us do example number 1. 1/6 plus 2/6. The rule said if you have like denominator, you will keep denominator, just you add the numerators. So 1 plus 2 equals 3, and you will keep 6, so the answer 4 over 6. And what about 4 over 6? It needs simplify or not? Yes, need. Because the greatest common factor between 4 and 6 is 2. So you have to divide by 2. You have to divide both numerator and denominator by 2 to get the lowest term. So the answer will be half. Now let us discuss example number 2. You will add 2 plus 2 is 4, and I add 5 plus 5? No, we will keep denominator. So the answer 4 over 5, 4/5. And what is the greatest common factors between numerator and denominator? The greatest common factor between both numbers is 1. So this fraction is written in simplest form. So the sum here is written in simplest form. So no need to simplify, because the greatest common factor between 4 and 5 is 1. Now, can you write the 3 steps you learned for adding like fractions? Yes, you can. Step 1, add the numerators. Step 2, keep the same denominator. Step 3, simplify your answer if needed. You have to write the sum in simplest form if needed. Thank you so much for your attention. Best wishes, Teacher Susan Awad.